you mentioned Garrett Wilson earlier. He was the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Sauce Gardner on the defensive side of the ball was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Rodgers addressed yesterday Wilson and other young players. Specifically, it's time for them to join him, not on the podium of questioning the head coach publicly, but just being leaders generally. Here's Rodgers on his young players.
Garrett, I just want to see his leadership role continue to expand, and his route tree to expand, and his instincts to continue to further. But I'm really proud of him. I think he's something happened kind of mid-camp, and I think there was one play in general. We had a rough practice day before. Defense kind of got after us in pads, and not many people really responded. And I went to a couple guys in the tight end group, because they're always kind of the most steady, and I said, we got to set the tone today. And then I just mentioned something to Brees about how Ryan Grant used to finish runs all the time. And Brees took the first one and went about 80, He might have got tackled, but he finished to the end zone. And since that rep, that has been the standard. And when he does it, everybody else does it, including Garrett. And when Garrett does it, he does it. That means that Gibson's going to do it, and Brownlee's going to do it, and all those young guys are going to do it. So I give those guys a lot of credit, because the most important leadership at times is just leading by example. So I'm really proud of Garrett in that respect.
He's just proving the point we made a second ago. When you think about it, the influence he has on his teammates by simply mentioning to Brees Hall the fact that Ryan Grant finished all of his practice runs to the end zone, that shows you the power he has, and that's all the more reason he shouldn't have thrown out that extra little, some people think that doesn't work. So you need to recognize your power, and you need to harness it the right way, and these little stray comments that aren't helpful need to be dropped and abandoned, Chris.
Well, in football world, he's God. He's God. And in that building, he's God. That's what happens. And there is that power there, right, where you have to realize what you're saying, the message you're getting across. I don't think anybody has to be more conscious of what they're saying at the podium with the microphone in front of them than the coach and the head coach and the quarterback. Because those are the ones that, yes, whether, players are looking at the news, the local news last night, or, they're watching social media this morning or last night or whatever, they're seeing that and they are listening to it. And it does mean something. It does when somebody like that talks, that everybody holds in that regard. We saw that last year on Hard Knocks and what those players thought of Aaron Rodgers, right? The whole league thinks that. Most of the league right now grew up going, oh my gosh, is this the most talented player we've ever seen, right? You always hear me say, your favorite quarterback right now, your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to say Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow have all told me Aaron Rodgers was their favorite quarterback growing up. So that's the kind of guy, and he's God that way. So, yeah, he's got to watch out. And hopefully he can raise the level of play for some of these young guys. Brees Hall's a superstar, and Garrett Wilson has shown spots of it. And he's been unlucky because of the offenses and the quarterback play he has. But this is the year, right? And for him, too, it's almost like it's no excuse this year. If Rodgers doesn't get hurt, you should show us that you're one of the best receivers in the game. People have been talking about you a lot. There's been a lot of hype about you out of Ohio State, everything, and it's yet to kind of deliver. And it's not all his fault, but hopefully this year it happens because the team's good enough to help him too.
Okay, you have a chance to win $1 million in the NBC sweepstakes on Yahoo Fantasy. Just download the redesigned Yahoo Fantasy app or go to NBCSports.com/fantasymillion for additional details. What are you waiting for?
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.